Thank you for serving as an MRS Symposium assistant. This video is intended as a supplement to the document you received containing the complete Symposium Assistant Guideline. When you first arrive to the meeting, your first task is to pick up your badge. If you've pre-registered, you'll want to find the prepaid check-in desk, and then find the line that corresponds with the first letter of your family name. For example, if your family name is Anderson, find the A line. Your badge is waiting for you at this desk. If you haven't pre-registered, then you'll need to proceed to the registration desk where registration forms are available. Fill out your form, proceed to the registration desk, complete your registration, and pick up your badge. You will need to show a current student ID in order to receive the student registration rate. It is important to remember that you and all attendees must wear your badge anytime you're in the meeting venue. Also, note that your badge identifies you as an MRS member. By attending an MRS meeting, you receive a 1-year MRS membership which entitles you to free access to all MRS journals and more. Prior to arriving at the meeting, you received an email with your session assignments. Check the MRS website or the mobile app for Symposium start times, as they may have changed since you received your email. For each session that you're assigned to, arrive at the Symposium Assistant Desk 30 minutes prior to the start of your session. The desk opens at 7:30 each morning. If you're a substitute, you'll need to sign in by 7:30 a.m. for morning sessions and by 1 p.m. for afternoon sessions. When signing in, find your name next to your assigned symposium and check the box. Once you've signed in, you'll receive your session folder, which contains a white session sheet listing all of the talks within your session, an attendance sheet, an orange session sheet for your session chairs, a yellow session sheet for your own use, a laser pointer, a timer, and extra batteries. Once you have your materials, find your assigned session room at the top of the sheet and then proceed to that room. Once you've found your session room, locate the sign for your symposium and then insert the white sheet into the plastic pocket on the sign. This allows attendees to see who is speaking in the session and the times of their talks. Once you're inside your session room, introduce yourself to the session chair and provide him or her with the orange copy of the session sheet, their light blue session chair ribbon, and the session chair guidelines document. And remember, you are there to assist the session chair. Your steady and courteous support will be appreciated. In preparation for the session, place the timer and the laser pointer by the AV projector. Use your copy of the session sheet to pre-fill the presenter sign-in attendance form with the final ID number, presenter start time, and the presenter's name. Then, place the presenter sign-in attendance form on the table and ask presenters to sign it. If someone other than the presenting author, as underlined on the session sheet, delivers the talk, have the presenter print their name and member ID, which is found on the back of their badge, on the presenter sign-in attendance form. If the presenter on the session sheet did not give the presentation, did not send a substitute presenter, and had not notified the symposium organizer, mark the presenter no-show column on the presenter sign-in attendance form. During the session, your duties are to count and record the number of attendees for each presentation on the presenter sign-in attendance form, and to make sure that each presenter signs the sign-in form. If there is an audio-visual problem, check the equipment plug to make sure that it simply didn't become unplugged. And if this doesn't correct the problem, report the problem to the staff at the audio-visual tables located in the hallways, or report the problem to the Symposium Assistant Desk. For other problems, for example, the room needs more chairs, the room is too hot or cold, or poor lighting, report the issue to MRS staff members at the Symposium Assistant Desk. Be sure to relay the room number and a short description of the problem. Following the session, complete your attendance log and have your session chair initial your attendance log after each session. Also, after the session, collect your materials, including your session folder, your timer, and your laser pointer. Following the session, complete the presenter sign-in attendance form, making sure to include total attendance, average attendance, and peak attendance at the bottom of the form. Once your in-room duties are complete, exit the session room and remove the session sheet from the sign outside of the room. At this point, report back to the Symposium Assistant Desk and turn in your session folder, timer, and laser pointer. And be sure to check out on the sign-in sheet. As you are serving as a Symposium Assistant, please keep these important policies in mind. All attendees of the meeting must register and must wear their meeting badges at all times while in the meeting venue. Also, please note that recording of presentations is strictly prohibited. No individual or entity, including a presenting author, may electronically record or broadcast any portion of the MRS meeting without written consent from MRS. Unauthorized recording, audio, video, or still photography of presentations during sessions, posters, workshops, or tutorials is strictly prohibited. If you observe these policies being broken, report the violation to an MRS staff member. In case of emergency, do not call 911. Instead, please refer to the emergency numbers listed in your training handout included in your Symposium Assistant folder materials. And also, please report the issue to the Symposium Assistant Desk. If you find that you are unable to fulfill a Symposium Assistant assignment, contact Amanda Edmiston immediately, and an email will then be sent to announce openings. Assignments will be made on a first-come, first-served basis.